What's up everyone, and welcome to another video, and this will be the last video for 2018. And before I get into what the video is going to be about, let me just say thank you to everybody out there that has watched throughout the year, all the new subscribers, all the current ones that have already been around and have come back and left nice comments, and just had a good time. Showed up to the streams that I do occasionally for whatever video game event that's going on, and I appreciate it. I really do. So thank you so much to everybody that has been supportive, leaving nice comments, and hell, even the ones out there that are like trolls and being negative, calling me fat, neckbeard, you know, soy boy, all the good stuff. Thank you to everybody. I don't care. You know what? Thank you. You're not gonna accept it, but I'm gonna fucking say thank you anyway. So anyway, sorry. Let's get to the point of the video. Alright, so video games. I love video games. Now this year, I'm not gonna lie to you, when it comes to video games, I've done a lot when it comes to collection videos and recent pickups and stuff like that, but when it comes to beating video games, actually finishing them, I haven't done that much this year, and I think I only have about 16 games that I actually finished throughout the entire year 2018, and I do blame a couple of factors. One, this year has been, not that it hasn't been great for video games, it has, it's just, this year I haven't felt the urge to really play video games. I don't know why. I mean, there's been great games, and there's been games that I really wanted to play that I just never got around to. And now I have such a huge backlog. Like right now I'm trying to get through it, but it's just not going to happen. Like it's just not going to happen. I'm going to try this year though. I'm going to try and beat at least 30 video games this year, because at least I'm going to try to do more than that, but at least 30 video games, and I'm going to try to beat some bigger ones too, not just like 2-hour games or some, you know, like experience games, you know, which those are great, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to just focus on those, because I could probably do 30 of those in a month. Shit, I play Overwatch way more than the amount of time it'll take to finish like 30 of those games, so in just 1 month. Probably in 1 week I play more Overwatch than that, but whatever. So this year I really want to, or this year coming up, I really want to focus on video games, and I might even make a return to video game reviews. I don't know. I don't want to promise anything, but I do want to really focus more on video games for the channel. But I just try to have fun with the channel, and if I'm just not having fun doing movie reviews and game reviews, I'm just not going to really do them, because they're not that they're hard work, but I'm like half a perfectionist. I'm like someone that just thinks if something's messed up, then I'm gonna, you know, I should just restart it. And then there's other times where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like for reactions, I don't care, because they're reactions. I don't give a shit. But for movie reviews, I really do try here and there to at least formulate enough of my opinion and actually convey it well enough on camera. Where I know a lot of movie reviewers out there just babble on, but they don't really talk they don't really give an in-depth review. I try to, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I try to do a quick one, but whatever. I'm like half a perfectionist. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, let's get to the video games that I beat in 2018. By the way, please in the comments tell me what games you beat in 2018, and tell me what your favorite video game of 2018 is. I dare not say what mine was, because people will get upset, so I'm just not going to say it. I'll probably say it throughout this, because the game that is my favorite of this year is on this list. So you know what, let's start off with some of the lesser games. The games that they didn't take long to beat at all, okay? Let's start off with a game called Assemblance. Now, Assemblance is a game that the description kind of explains it as like a Black Mirror-esque, like, little sci-fi story, and it's definitely not that. I don't know why they explained it like that. I mean, I guess every game in the Assemblance series, I guess, was supposed to be its own story. It's supposed to be science fiction-y and stuff, and a lot of twists and turns. But the first game I played, it doesn't really have much of a story. They don't explain anything, and you don't know what the hell's going on. There's something about your wife, or you kind of have to figure it out yourself. And when I mean you have to figure it out yourself, you literally just have to go and piece it together in your brain by just adding tons and tons of your own information. Like, you're just like, all right, well, maybe this happened, I guess. I just don't like games like that. But anyway, I did beat it. It's only an hour long. It is easy achievements. That's the only reason why I played it. But I did beat it about, I would say, 4 times, because I had to to get like all of the different achievements. And of course, the achievements glitched for me, so I had to beat it even a couple more times after that. But once you beat it once, you could probably beat it again in like 10 minutes tops. It's really, really simple. But it had a good idea, and there was some good execution there. Next game was called World 2 Hunting Boss. Now, I don't know what the hell this title means, but, because I don't know, hunting boss. I mean, I get what the title means, you're just hunting bosses, because that's all it is. It's a boss rush mode. And it feels like, I'm sure it is, but it feels like it's like an iPhone game that got ported to Xbox, because I played it on Xbox. And it's a game where all you do is go around, and it's like a third-person action adventure slasher game, where you just hack and slash and kill bosses. That's it. You just go to the next level, and there's a boss there, and you fight it. And I mean, I got it for like $1, I think, or like $1.99 maybe. And I spent a couple hours in it. I beat all the different bosses and stuff, and you're supposed to keep doing them over and over again. I beat them all, so I was done. I didn't want to keep going and grinding and stuff. So there you go. World 2 was actually not that bad of a game. Next is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. I played on the Switch. I think I did a Gore Plays. I believe I did. And I played like halfway through the game, and then I just stopped recording, put it up, and I was like, you know, let me just play the rest of this, because I heard it was extremely short. And I had a really good time with Curse of the Moon. I thought that was really good. And if that is any indication on how good the actual Bloodstained game is going to be, then I'm excited. Next is a game I did way in the beginning of this year. Bubsy the Woolly Strike Back or something. Whatever. The poster will be right here. This game. I did a full playthrough of this. I did not intend to do a full playthrough. I was doing my Worst Games of 2017 series, where I played all the games that I heard were the worst games of 2017. I can easily say Bubsy is up there. It's probably number like 2 of Worst Games 2017. But I did a whole playthrough. I found out the reason why I did it. I found out is that that you could just run through the level, not collect a single thing, and just run through it and just easily beat every level except maybe like one level, which was hard. The boss fights were really frustrating as well, but I think I beat that in like an hour and 20 minutes, and to be honest, I could probably beat it in less than an hour if I played the first couple of levels like I did for the rest of the levels, because I didn't realize it until a couple levels in that I could just run right through the level and just not give a fuck. So that game sucks. I beat The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, which I wouldn't say is a lesser game. Of course, Telltale's gone. But I beat that so I can, of course, play the final season, because I never played A New Frontier when it was still new, when each episode started coming out. So I finished that. I had a great time. I did a playthrough, I believe, of that. And yeah, it was a great time. I actually really liked that season. I like that season better than season 2. Definitely not better than season 1, but I really enjoyed it. I liked all the new characters. Javi, of course, Clementine was great. I liked that she was way more badass in this. I'm enjoying season 4. I have yet to play the second episode, because after I heard Telltale was gone, I didn't really want to play episode 2, because it would just feel like a big ass cliffhanger. I was just like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm just gonna try to forget it. Not try to forget it, but I'm just gonna try to mourn and move on. Besides, play something else and going, fuck, I wanted more. But of course, now we are getting episodes 3 and 4, so I will be playing 2 very soon. So there you go. I finished that. I played a game called A Normal Lost Phone, which is actually a really cool little Switch game. I believe it's also on actual iPhone, which makes sense for the way it looks, because it's supposed to be your character. I forgot your character's name. I'm not exactly sure if you have a name in the game, but you just find a phone on the side of a road, and you just sift through it to find out this story, which is really interesting, and I really liked it. I actually almost did a playthrough for this game. I did a part 1 where I played through almost all of it, and we were actually solving the mystery, and then I just didn't end up finishing it as a playthrough, so I just played it myself, and I thought it was really interesting, a really good little game, and I believe there's a sequel called Another Lost Phone, I believe. And I really liked it. Especially finishing it, I really liked the title of this game. I thought that was a really progressive title for a game like this, and I think everybody should try it out at least. I mean, it was only like, I think, $6. Wasn't great, but it was good. Monster Jam Crush It. Now, I finished this game, but it's really not a game that has a story or anything. You just do the same shit over and over again. It's a really terrible Monster Jam game where you just go around doing Trials Evolution ripoff levels where you have to just drive the truck, and sometimes there's missions where you have to go and run over cars and stuff, just like you see in Monster Jam. It's just a lot of just like dual race and stuff, and the AI is terrible. And it's just really bad. It's really bad, horrible game. I did a shit games done quick for that, and I did finish it because it was easy achievements, and I heard you could beat it in like 2 hours, so I said fuck it. Injustice 2, I actually finished the story mode for Injustice 2, and that was a really fun story mode. I mean, I wouldn't say the writing was top notch, but I really did enjoy a lot of the graphics. The graphics were amazing. I liked watching all the different characters. A lot of characters I didn't even know about, I got to learn about, and I thought that was really cool. And I enjoyed the story mode. I thought that when it comes to story modes in fighting games, I think NetherRealm really does it the best, personally. Next game I beat, and this one's not even fair, but I was almost not going to put this one here, but I thought it would be funny to talk about it. A little game called Thief of Seas. And no, I'm not illiterate and dumb, and I can't read the title, and I'm saying Sea of Thieves wrong. No, Thief of Seas, the best game of 2018. And if you do not agree, watch my Gore plays for Thief of Seas, and you'll see. You'll see. Not a pun. Not a pun. So go see that. Emily is away. I played this with my friend Adrian. He came over, and we had a sleepover, braided each other's hair, and we played this game. And he wanted me to really play this one. Now, he's been talking about it for the last couple years. Like, you should really play it. So we played it on Steam. It was really short. I think we finished in like 30 minutes. It's a game all set around like instant messenger, I can't speak, and or aim, whatever. It was cool. It kind of reminded me a little bit of a normal Lost Phone away, because not much of a story. Kind of not that you have to formulate your own story, but I don't know. It was interesting. I wouldn't say I really cared for it. It didn't really get to me. I used AIM a lot too, but it just didn't really make me go, oh no. I know it really got to a lot of people, but me, I was just like, yeah. It was a fun playthrough. We did a video for that, so go check it out. I thought it was really interesting, but I wasn't too keen on the whole story, like, of Emily, and she was just like a friggin' friend zoning, just weirdo. Like, I don't know. I knew a couple girls like that in like middle school and high school. Not that I tried to get with them or anything, but I just knew them to be like that kind of person, and I didn't like them. So when I played this game, it really did definitely did not make me like really mournful of AIM. Rest in peace, AIM. Oh my god, the memories. Anyway, North is the next game I played. This game is a very surreal, weird little walking simulator where you just walk around, and I mean, there's a couple of little gameplay elements to it where you're just walking around this really weird ass town with like deformed people. There's like a big blobby guy, and there's a bunch of weird looking like messed up face dudes and stuff, and it's all, I think it's supposed to be, I didn't really read the whole plot going on around this game, because I'm not gonna lie, I played it to get achievements, because I heard it was really short, and I heard it wasn't really all that great anyway, but I read a couple of like the little letters that you collect throughout the game, and it seems to be about drug addiction and going to rehab and stuff, and trying to make yourself a better person, you know, like maybe like trying to get out of that and then getting a regular job. That's what it seemed like, because you were going to certain things, like you're going to a doctor and stuff like that, but it was all in this very surreal looking thing. It was an interesting idea. You could beat it in probably like 30 minutes. It's okay. It might even creep you out a little bit, especially there's one part where I went into an elevator and immediately I was like, there's like a blobby dude here. He's creeping me out. I don't like this. Alright, so with that being said, let's get to the big ones. Or, you know, when it comes to big, I mean just the games that are a little bit more well-known. I mean, Injustice 2 is well-known as well. But, alright, so next game is a little game called Resident Evil 7. Now, Resident Evil 7, I already beat a couple times. in the past, in 2017. I beat it one more time earlier this year because there really wasn't much coming out, and I wanted to play it with my cousin because my cousin really wanted to play it with me. So we played it together, and it was a fun time. I love Resident Evil 7. It's a great game. But not only that, I'm going to loop this in with the other thing I played. I played the Not a Hero DLC. I still have yet to play the End of Zoe DLC. I've seen a playthrough of it, and I wasn't really too keen on the whole idea of it being melee-based, but I've heard it's actually pretty good. But Not a Hero DLC was the free one that came with everybody's copy, I guess. You can download it for free. I bought the Gold Edition towards the end of December of last year. And it took me a couple weeks until I decided to really get into Resident Evil 7 again with the Gold Edition. So I played the Not a Hero DLC, and I thought it was they tried to make it more action oriented, which I get. You're playing as Chris Redfield. He's a member of, I guess, Raccoon. I mean, not Raccoon. I'm sorry. He's a member of Umbrella, I guess now. But yeah, he was what is he? He was Stars and stuff. You know, he's a soldier, so it makes sense that he'd be a little bit more action oriented. But it's, I don't know, like the whole point of Resident Evil 7 that really knocked out of the park, or not the whole point, but whatever, you know what I mean. It's late. I always do these videos really late, and where I'm not in the mood really to do them. Not that I'm not in the mood, I'm not having a good time, but you know, it's just there's times where I start talking and I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. But the whole thing about Resident Evil 7 is that it brought it back to the horror aspects, and don't get me wrong, and all the puzzles and stuff. And don't get me wrong, there are moments like that in the Not a Hero DLC. There's a whole scene, or there's a whole sequence where you're running through like this toxic zone or whatever, and you're running through. You have to have this breathable mask, and there's these unkillable versions of the molded. Where you can only kill them if you have special bullets, and you don't have that many, so you have to save them, and you have to get through this whole thing and solve a puzzle. And the entire time I was just running, just not giving a fuck about killing anything. I was just running, trying to get out of that as soon as possible. And that was good, but everything else was very action-oriented, especially the main boss fight, which I won't spoil who it's with. Next, I, of course, played SpiderMan. Everybody knows SpiderMan, PlayStation 4. Great game. Great game. I will say this, though. I didn't play the DLC, so I played the main campaign, so that's enough. And I didn't play the DLC. I want to, but I don't know if I really need to, because I've heard it's very similar to the gameplay of the original game. It's not like they added a lot of different gameplay aspects, so I'm wondering if I should just watch a playthrough and just get the story, because that's the only thing I really am interested in the DLC, because I've heard it really goes in really cool places with some of the characters, and I really liked Spider-Man. I thought it was a really fun game. I don't think it's one of the best of the year. I think it's a really fun game that kind of loses steam towards the end, and when it comes to the side missions, I really hope that Insomniac really fixes some of them, because I did not like a lot of the side missions where it's just the same thing over and over again. You just go around beating up the same guy over and over again. Oh, there's more on the rooftop. They have a rocket launcher. You better dip away. Oh, there's a car. You press a couple buttons. I feel like every Spider-Man game has the same car chase mini game. Like I think even Amazing Spider-Man 2 had the same one, and it's almost never interesting. It has the same animations too, which it's like the two same animations for those. I don't know. I hope they figure out a different way to do side missions. And I mean, there was some unique ones, like of course you get to fly through clouds of smog and shit, which is funny because New York is just filled with smog. But New York City is. But I don't know. The side missions really let me down. But I really enjoyed it a lot. Pretty much all of the story missions. And yeah, it was a great time. And it looked great too. So it's still a great game. It's definitely top 10 of the year, but that's not saying much for me because I didn't really play that many. I will be finishing God of War this month coming up, by the way. So sadly, that is not a 2018 game that I beat, but it will be a 2019 game that I beat. I assure you that. Next game is Red Dead Redemption 2. I did finish that. It took, I think, 110 hours for me to get through the entire story and the epilogue, and that was me going at a snail's trail of a pace. I was really taking my time with that. Most people, especially the ones that complain that has a slow pace, would probably finish in around 60 to 70. Me, I took my time. I loved every moment. I loved every quiet moment where I get to fish, I get to like ride around on my horse, and then random stuff will happen. I loved it. It really felt like I was in a real world, and that's what I wanted from Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's what I wanted from Red Dead Redemption 1, and I felt like for 2010 they did that. I felt like I was in the Old West. Like, I mean, it might not exactly be the Old West anymore, especially in Red Dead Redemption 1, but I felt like I was there in some sort of transition from Old West to, you know, modern times, I guess, or modern times for the early 90s. I mean, 90s, what the fuck? Early 1900s. Which I know that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. You know what I mean. More modern than it was back when we had the Old West, where everybody drinking in saloons and there's dirt everywhere, and it's whatever. I love that game. I really do. And I can't wait to get an Xbox One X so I can see that game in beautiful 4K. But anyway, next is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I believe this is the last game I played, right, on this list? I mean, it's not the last game I played. The last game I beat was Red Dead Redemption, but I forgot to mention this one. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the game I really had to get through quick, because I didn't start that game until like 2 weeks before Red Dead Redemption 2, and I knew if I didn't finish it before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, I would never finish it. So I really went through it quick. I was like, oh my god, I need to get through it. So I didn't finish every challenge, which really sucks because I really like the challenge tombs, but I did do the entire campaign. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time. I really enjoy it. I love those Tomb Raider games, and it was a really solid time. So Shadow of Tomb Raider is probably the most forgotten game of the year, I would say, when it comes to big AAA games. But I really enjoyed it, and I really wish everybody would give it a chance when it goes cheaper in price. Hopefully when it goes cheaper in price, people won't fucking complain and bitch on Steam. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. That's it. So those are the games I beat for 2018. I hope you enjoyed it. I just want to make this video, you know, for, you know, I mean, it's the end of the year, and I always talk about movies and trailers for movies and stuff. I thought, let's end 2018 with some video games. I mean, I know I'm GorTheMovieGod, but I love video games, and I really want to get back into them. The Nintendo Switch, I have so many games on there that I need to play. So I need to get to it. So there you go. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please in the comments tell me what games you finished in 2018. Tell me what your favorite game of 2018 is. And until 2019, I'll see you later. Bye! I also forgot to mention that I finished The Quiet Man. So there you go. I did a full playthrough for that too. Fuck that game.